At this year's CDX 16, car dealers can expect an action-packed day. We've managed to line up some fantastic keynote speakers. People like Facebook and Twitter are going to be there to explain to dealers how to use social media to the best possible way when it comes to selling cars.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Chaplin and welcome to this week's Trade Plates News Bulletin. For any more information on the stories mentioned today, just click on the links in the top corner of the screen. Tell us what you think about any of the stories mentioned by tweeting @TradePlatesTV or using the hashtag TPNews. And if you like what you see today, don't forget to click our logo to subscribe. Our top stories today. Carwow is building on its platform's success by expanding its presence across Europe. The SMMT has released what its members are saying about leaving the EU, and we take a look at some of the fantastic sales and production figures from the UK this month. Firstly, Carwow, the online car buying platform, is preparing to launch in Germany. This will be its first territory outside of the UK. The launch of Carwow.de builds on the platform's success since its launch in 2012. To date, the founders have raised more than £18 million worth of funding. If an EU referendum were held tomorrow, which way would you vote? 77% of SMMT members surveyed said if that were to happen, a Remain vote would be the best outcome. It's a view shared by 88% of large automotive companies who are SMMT members and 73% of SME members. Only 9% said leaving would be best, while 14% don't know. The SMMT also released registration figures for the new car market on Friday. The positive start to 2016 continued in February, with registrations growing 8.4% compared with the same month in 2015. A total of 83,395 new cars were registered, marking the biggest February since 2004. Demand was also up across all fuel types, with diesel registrations growing by 5.6% and petrol growing by 10.7%. However, alternatively fueled vehicles enjoyed an uplift of 19.9%. The Range Rover Evoque celebrated a landmark this week, with the company celebrating 500,000 cars produced. The Evoque is now officially the fastest selling and most successful Land Rover of all time. It's also an exciting time for Kia, who have now received more than 5,000 orders for their fourth generation Sportage. Kia's UK Managing Director Paul Philpott told car dealer at the Geneva Motor Show that he was delighted by the numbers, explaining that it was extremely encouraging after last year's sales of the previous model hit 22,500. According to CAP HPI, strong demand drove up used car values by an average of 0.4% in February. The figure is a significant improvement on the 0.1% increase in February last year and signals a strong start to the year on dealer forecourts and in auctions. However, CAP HPI added that it has seen some signs of weakness in the nearly new sector. Vertu Motors now has 3 Mercedes-Benz dealerships under its wing since buying Sigma Holdings and subsidiary Green Oaks for £21.9 million. Vertu says it expects the acquisition to be earnings enhancing during the first full year of ownership. It's an important move for Vertu, giving it 3 well-established premium brand locations in Reading, Ascot and Slough. The Reading and Ascot outlets also represent the Smart franchise, while Ascot is an AMG performance centre. And finally, Owen and Ferrari brought a touch of F1 glamour to the streets of London, stopping traffic and temporarily dismantling a historic building in the process. The whole operation saw a 2015 Ferrari F1 car swapping places with a Ferrari 488 GTB. Despite having several large windows, there is no door large enough to accommodate a car, so instead all 3 panes of glass have to be taken out. The process started at midnight on the 7th of March and lasted for 2 hours. It ran so smoothly that the authorities didn't even need to close the road. The lorry and cars only had to pause the late night traffic for a few moments. The whole affair cost around £8,000, which included the specialist lorry, the cranes, and the removal and refitting of the windows. That's all from me today. If you want to be the first to see the Trade Plates news update, click on the corner of the screen now to subscribe to our mailing list and get the video delivered straight to your inbox. I'll be back again with more news from 8 AM next Wednesday. Don't forget to click our logo to subscribe to our channel.
At At this year's CDX16, car dealers can expect an action-packed day. We've managed to line up some fantastic keynote speakers. People like Facebook and Twitter are going to be there to explain to dealers how to use social media to the best possible way when it comes to selling cars.